I know I had said, and I don't think I made an official channel update since 2023, or even for a long time in 2022. I know I did on Instagram. I have more followers on Instagram for some reason. I don't know why. It's boring as hell. Anyway, so I know I said I was going to do some more streams, which I am. There's been some in real life drama. If you followed me on Instagram, I know I deleted a lot of those videos because I don't want to spread negativity. I feel responsible for that. Like people say, I don't want negativity in my life, and then they go and watch a video or read a post from someone they follow, and it could be a friend, it could be a public figure, an influencer, someone they admire, whatever. If they're getting negativity from that post, that person is, they're stirring the pot, and so you lose followers, which I'm not worried about. I mean, they come and go. I'm making zero money off of any of these platforms. I'm basically like, I'm like bottom of the barrel. I mean, people will come watch my stuff, I guess, if they accidentally stumble upon my channel, which is why I call stumbling into it. Well, actually, I call it stumbling in it because I'm stumbling into a new adventure. And of course, I lost a follower on Twitch because I hadn't been active for a long time because I didn't have a computer for a long time. Between Thanksgiving and New Year's, didn't have a computer. Or maybe just a bit later than that. My last computer, thankfully the hard drive is intact, is fine. But the rest of it for whatever reason. I've tried tinkering with it, replacing parts, moving things. It wasn't having it. So, I want to officially make this segment of the video. When I upload this to YouTube, this will be separate from the rest of that. This will just be the channel update. And I like it this way because then I don't have to, sequester my voice from the rest of the video. I can just do it all on one thing, so that's nice. So, I wish I had my paper. I had my list of things I wanted to do. Always, 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 if you have ADD or ADHD, or even if you don't, write things down. Like, seriously, I tell myself, and I don't practice what I preach enough, I will say, write things down. Make a list of what you want to do. And people write that off as like, oh, that's like, I'll remember, my memory's still good enough. Well, my memory comes in and out. I swear, I have the early stages of dementia. Or something, I don't know. Like, I will be thinking of something, have an idea, and my mind will go blank and forget. I'll remember it, like, a minute later, it'll come to me. So I don't know if it's because I get distracted, and because I'm focusing on, this video, oh, what he's saying sounds really interesting. Wait, what was I searching for? What did I bring up Google? I can't remember. And then it'll come back to me. So, I used to write everything down. I still do. I don't write the important stuff down like I should. Like I should be writing down, okay, you're not fully employed like you used to be. So you have all this free time. Why not make, streaming a public service? I'm not getting paid, but people can enjoy it and all that. And if they feel inclined, whatever. I mean, your feelings are valid. Do that. There's obviously other stuff IRL that I need to do. I need to start on spring cleaning. I'm giving myself the excuse late February, early March to do that because I need to deep the whole place. I need to vacuum everywhere. I'm going to need help doing that because I live with people and a lot of their stuff is in the living room, and I need access to all those nooks and crannies and to clean that. So, TLDR, make a list. I should have had games I want to play, games I want to stream. When I streamed Tales of Vesperia for the first time a few months ago. That got a couple of views on that, like more views. I'm trying to think, it was on YouTube, and I think I got a few views on Twitch, which doesn't mean anything. It's like super hard to get on, unless you're like a like furry e-girl cosplayer or whatever who just looks pretty in the camera. Like, you're not going to get that audience. That audience is either already there, you either already have it, or you're not going to have it. So I went into that blind. Okay, I literally stumbled into that game. I thought, oh, it's, a JRPG. This will be fun. I want to do more like that. Not necessarily that type of game. Just the concept of playing new games, or that are new to me at least, blind. Because I don't want, when I say new games, that's what I mean specifically. They're just new to me. Like, they could be 40-year-old games, but I'm only now getting around to playing them. I don't want to give people's hopes up and think, oh, he's going to play Forspoken, or he's going to play Hi-Fi Rush, oh, he's going to play Among Us finally. No, I will never play Among Us. I will never play that game. I will probably play Angry Birds before I play Among Us. Because it's a meme, the game, and no. I will never play Undertale, so don't ask me about it. I'll never play. I have zero interest. It doesn't look like a fun game to me. And I read into it. It's got these, well, you can play your way and do it just like a BioWare game, but we're going to morally preach to you what you did was wrong, and you played it the wrong way. I kind of feel like if they sit here and say you can play your way, yeah, but then obviously clear, or if they say, here's another thing. Sometimes developers will say there is no right way to play. Just pick up the controller or get the mouse and keyboard and go. But they have it programmed into the game. If you go against their narrative in the game, like the genocide run of Undertale. Again, I haven't played it, I've just read about it, because I'm like, why do I keep seeing this everywhere? Like, the author was inspired by Earthbound. It looks nothing like Earthbound. Honestly, it looks like a game, like a Chinese ripoff of a popular Japanese Squaresoft Final Fantasy game. Like, they attempted to copy this game. I'm not saying Undertale itself is a copy. I'm saying it looks like some Chinese hackers said, let's make a demake of Final Fantasy whatever, Mystic Quest, and that'll be this. That's what it looks like. And it just didn't appeal to me. So reading on it, because I was like, why is this everywhere? Why, blah, blah, blah. I guess people like it. Okay. I'm not hating on anyone who likes it. You like what you like, okay? I just do not see the appeal in it. Am I judging a book by its cover? Maybe. Anyway, I read on that, and it's like the game literally like kind of like chastising, how, blah, 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 blah. It's like BioWare. I think Bethesda, honestly, I give them crap because, see that mountain? You can climb it. Well, really, you can't. I give them crap because their games are so glitchy and buggy from start to finish, and without the combination of assorted unofficial patches and mods and actual patches, it's like a die roll if you can beat the game. I never had that problem with vanilla Skyrim. I've beaten it like twice on 360, and I've beaten the official, well, whatever the expansions, DLCs, Dawnguard, Dragonborn, and Hearthfires. I don't know how you beat Hearthfires. I got all the houses on one time, so I guess that counts as beating it, fully furnished. Yeah, so what I want to do going forward is have kind of a set time. Maybe not quite every day, because let's be honest, I like video games. And I don't want to get sick of it and be like, oh, I'm playing again. It's that time. I need to stop what I'm doing and stream. I don't want to do that. So let's see. Today's Tuesday. So how about I stream for a couple of hours Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday? Because there's a big window early on for me on Saturday. Because I go out and hang out with my friends later on Saturday. We go to the mall, we go see a movie, we go get dinner, whatever. A lot of times we just sit here, watch a movie, or we'll play Genesis. Because we're old school. That way, people who are interested in my content, I'm sure there's someone out there, Grandma Hi, that, okay, he's got a designated time slot, and I'm going to try dedicating to it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put it where I can see it. Because trust me, I know you're hearing me saying this and thinking, oh, you're just not motivated. No, really, I get so distracted with one thing and the other that I completely lose focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, what is this? There's like residue on the top of my new computer. It's freaking me out. Well, as long as it didn't get inside the actual computer. So, I need to write it down. I need to stick with it. I need to, just for a few hours. And I'm not even going to set a time. Because if I really get into something, I enjoy it, a lot. And I think those turn out to be the most fun playthroughs. And I like capturing them. Even if people don't tune in, I like to revisit that. Because didn't you ever, people who are my age in your 30s, when you played video games in the 90s and the early 2000s, weren't there moments like Final Fantasy X when Yuna, back dives off of the balcony and then she lands on Valfor? Or the first time you beat Emerald Weapon in Final Fantasy VII, or the first time you beat the game, or the first time you beat a Chocobo race, or the first time you beat Bowser in Super Mario World. Wouldn't it have been great to have streamed that, or just have it even privately broadcasted so you can relive that just in the future? It might sound like, wow, you're going to use all that technology for that. I mean, it's a memory. We film birthday parties and people don't even give a shit about those because it's like, oh, you mean the thing that I have every year? The thing everyone has every year? These little moments that make up our memories, our likes, our dislikes, what people, I guess, say is the basis for nostalgia. And I think people have, I think the mainstream media have misappropriated the term nostalgia into that it's a bad thing. You can be nostalgic for anything. For a long time, I was nostalgic for the late 90s when I first moved back here because it was verging on that, let's see, when was it? 1990, specifically it's the 97 to 99 period. And you know what? That was a terrible time in my life. Awful in real life drama. School sucked. The games were good. The friends were good. I think everything outside of home, school, and work was great. So that's probably why I was feeling nostalgic. So my cousin, who I spend Christmas Eve with, he comes spends it with me. We'll pick out a crappy movie, just like the worst. Like one of the times we watched it was Troll 2, because we had not seen a movie as terrible as that. The acting was terrible. The props, the costumes were terrible. The plot was terrible. It was just a goldmine of cringe. And so every Christmas Eve, we would set to find another cringy movie. He and I go way back. He's a few years younger than me, but he got me into Daggerfall. Well, he got me interested in it because he was like, how old was he? Like 10? And he was beating the game. He's like, oh, this is my third character I've rolled. I've already beaten it twice. I'm like, what? Because as an adult, going back, that game is insanely detailed. Insanely detailed. Super detailed. So he and I have lots of interests like Zelda, Daggerfall, whatever. So when I feel nostalgic, it's for like those feelings of, back then. And I haven't really felt that way in a while. I think recently it's come back up again, like the early 2000s. I think everybody feels that kind of way, though. I think people that are also my age, when it's like, now it's the 20s or the 2000s, we start, oh, you remember back then Britney was really big, and The Real World was only like in its 8th season, and they had this and that. I can't remember half the crap from back then. PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was brand new. People remember that. PlayStation 2, Silent Hill 2. That was like the first game. I think maybe that or GTA 3 were the first games I played or knew for the PlayStation 2. So it's not really a bad thing, but if it's like overtaking your mind and you're like, everything sucks, video games suck, then it's like becomes a problem. So with that on, like, wow, he's just ranting about nostalgia. No, I just wanted to like clarify, because people think, I'm just nostalgic. I'm just this nostalgic guy. Like playing New Vegas, there is some elements of nostalgia there. I'm not with my list of games, which I'm going to get to in a second. It's not just games that I like or that I'm nostalgic over. It's things I'm wanting to try. And there's going to be things like Yakuza. I try it for a bit once, and I'm like, it's not really for me. Or with Super Puzzle Fighter. Try it. It's not really. Well, I like Super Puzzle Fighter. I can never get past Sakura for whatever reason. So, there's that. It's a cool premise. I guess I suck at it. There's going to be more Skyrim Dwemerologist. There's going to be a separate Skyrim, but it's going to be the big DLC mods like Moonpath to Elsewhere. See, my Dwemerologist character, he doesn't have anything to do with Civil War or dragons or Elsewhere or whatever. He's interested in the Dwemer, he's interested in dwarves, the technology, and that's it. And I've already explored a couple of ruins on there through that, because of that. And there's going to be more. I think I said there's going to be at least... I'm trying to remember. I don't think I said I was going to do the main quest. What I said was I was going to do guild quests that took us to Dwarven Ruins. So this one, I did the Thieves Guild quest up to Erkingfend, which is a Dwarven Ruin. It's the last place on the itinerary that I needed to go to as a Dwemerologist. So I'm technically, I'm done. I mean, as far as the quest goes, there's more to do, like the guild, but as far as my Dwemerologist goes, that's all I'm obligated to do. The College of Winterhold has one that you have to go to, so there's going to be that. I think I said, bottom line was, I think I said there's going to be at least a couple, like 20 or 30 more videos. But there's, like I said, there's in real life stuff with the computer that happened. I have a bunch of new games, not new, like brand new, like new old games, that I want to stream I'm going to get back to playing Final Fantasy Tactics. I want to start Blue Dragon sometime, maybe. I wish I can remember that list I wrote down, because I'd like to compare it. And I wanted to stream myself playing SmackDown 4, Shut Your Mouth, but I was going to do that like as a New Year's stream, and that just didn't. We did whatever for New Year's. I streamed on New Year's Day, or no, on Christmas Eve, Grand Theft Auto 5 online, and then a little bit of what was that other game I played? ESO. Really pissed off because there was static and screeching and everything on the stream because of this cheap crap fucking controller. It's the off-brand controller brand that you can buy at a Target and Walmart. Afterglow, they're called. Wouldn't you know it, when I unplugged it and put the headset, the Turtle Beach headset, into the official Xbox controller, because I have both. And the reason why I have both is because I was only, for a while, using Afterglows. I started having problems, so I got an official one. I don't want to wear out the official one, too soon. I want to keep that and have that. So for like streams and all that, I'll use that. For any other time, I'm going to use the Afterglow, because then I don't have to have a headset. I want to play Dynasty Warriors. I think that sounds fun. I want to play... Of course, my headset's reach isn't that far. Hang on one sec. Let me grab my notebook. Okay, I want to stream Indigo Prophecy, also known as Fahrenheit. I'm going to finish streaming KOTOR, then it'll be KOTOR 2. I'm not going to touch Fallout 4. That game is just Crash City for me. I wanted to start streaming Xenogears at some time. I don't have a date on that, just sometime. I want to beat the game first. I'm really into it. I just haven't beaten it yet. I want to stream... I would like to stream the older Final Fantasies. 1 is fun, but very challenging. I hate 2. Never played 3. Well, I played the early part of 3 on Nintendo DS, and it's alright. It's extremely challenging. I guess I'd say for Final Fantasies, I would probably stream like 4 through 9. 10 is not my favorite. I guess I am the type who feels 7 is the best. I used to say 6 was the best, and I think that was really more nostalgia of the times, because the writing is comparable between 6 and 7, the localization. I feel that if you're going to replay a game, 7's the one to do it. And I like 8. I love Final Fantasy 8. I've defended that game for many, many years, because it was clear from that point, actually from Final Fantasy VII with the full rendered polygon sprites, or maybe not sprites, character models, that they were moving away from, 16-bit or 8-bit sprites and the traditional battle system. I mean, it was still active battle, or ATB or whatever, like from Final Fantasy 1 through 6, but with slight variances. And of course 8 has the dreaded junction system and the card game, and then 9 is kind of more back to basics, and then 10 is just a whole other thing. It comes to a point where also the game has to keep your attention as a gamer. It can't... If it starts to feel like you're bored, then it's like, what's the point? I'm going to check on Twitch real quick. So I've been streaming for 31 minutes talking about nothing. Like, is he going to play the game? He's just going on and on talking about this and that and whatever. So let me write this down. I want to write this down so that I actually remember it. Okay, and I had to draw up a new one anyway, because that, and I think it was from a long time ago. It was definitely at least in 2022, but I think it might have been from July or August, the last one I did, the channel update. Some of the games I wanted to stream Silent Hill 2. Guess what? They won't let you do it from Xbox. So I want to stream Silent Hill 1. That's going to be PSX or PlayStation. I'm going to continue Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm going to try out Marvel vs. Capcom 4, or Infinite, I guess it's also called. I got that for Christmas. It's like the deluxe edition. I got so much shit for Christmas I don't deserve, honestly. And the only reason why is because people felt bad because of my family drama. I'm going to finish Dragon Age Origins. So that is on the agenda, and then we'll move on to Awakening. There's ETA or TBA, TBD, to be decided whether I'm going to do Dragon Age 2 and then eventually Inquisition. I'll let you know, though. We're going to finish KOTOR, and then we're going to move on to KOTOR 2, which they're both classic, amazing games. I want to do Bully at some point. There's going to be some titles not included because it's going to be I'm going to call those spontaneity hour or day. What that means is I'm picking a new game, again, new to me, not necessarily like a new release, and I'm going to try it blind and see how I like it. I am going to get back, just like it was a spontaneity day with Tales of Vesperia. I'm going to do that on this one. I want to play Fallout 3. And the only reason why I haven't done that is because, A, I didn't have a good enough computer then. And I liked New Vegas. I'm starting to like Fallout 3 slightly more than New Vegas. I think I honestly like them both the same. I like Fallout 3 because that was the first Fallout game I saw. I know, nostalgia. I think there's just more to do. In the Wasteland, I feel like Fallout New Vegas' writing is really good, but 3's writing isn't bad, so they're both good. When I say I like it more, it's only by not even by that much. It's not even noticeable. I wish I had a streaming thing for the Super Nintendo and N64, because I would love to stream more Zelda. I'll put a question mark there. We'll see if we can figure something out. I put Breath of Fire 3, then possibly 4. Those games are really tough, though. I did start streaming Breath of Fire 3 ages ago, and I've gotten so far beyond that point. I would have to just restart from that, pick up from that, and I mean, it is a grindy game. If you're trying to play it to actually master it, which I am doing now, to learn all the good stuff on the right people, you don't just want to go through and drag your feet. Let's see. I got Samurai Warriors, Pirates. I didn't write Indigo Prophecy on here. I said it, but I didn't write it. Indigo Prophecy. I do want to stream that. Jade Empire, perhaps. And, of course, the random games.